You're listening to the Empowering Process podcast with your host, Gail Kraft. Listen as she holds frank discussions around how your purpose, being present, and trusting your power impacts your life. Whether you're an entrepreneur, leader, or developing your vision, you'll find wisdom and insights you can utilize right now. Welcome your host, Gail Kraft.
Hello, everybody. Gail Kraft here from the Empowering Process podcast. And I am sharing some thoughts with you today around some techniques for surviving family. Now, this is being aired in early November because the holidays are coming. And let's face it, for most of us, getting together with the family can be a challenge. And it can be an experience not always looked forward to. Sometimes just a duty that we have to endure, if you will. I'm trying to put this nicely, but it's surviving family. This is something that you can use any time of year that you have to get together for birthdays, other holidays, weddings, even funerals. Family get-togethers can be stressful. And here's some of the things that you might experience. I know they are things I have. One is judgment. You're going to be showing up, and Aunt Bess or, Cousin Susie is going to be judging what your life is all about. It is a way for them to maybe feel a little bit better about their life. But in any case, the thought of facing family judgment about the choices that you've made in your life can be stressful. It can be a little bit scary as well. And many families have secrets that they keep. And the fear and the concern of those secrets coming out and then being judged is the reason why you keep secrets from the family, right? Being judged for those secrets is just a little bit overwhelming sometimes. Another thing that comes up, at least for me, with family get-togethers is expectations, right? Maybe what I expect, but definitely family expectations. What is it that they expect from me when I walk through that door? What do they expect from me during the meal? What do they expect from me while we're gathering around and chit-chatting? There are things that maybe I'm not comfortable with, but I know that they are expectations placed upon me. And because I don't have boundaries, we'll talk a little bit about that, I allowed that to interfere or integrate within my life. And another one for me, at least, is chaos. Chaos. When, so many children are running around and screaming and playing and crying, and family is arguing or having loud discussions and noise in the kitchen and dishes being done and, demands. It's just chaos. For some people, I'm one of them, chaos is a distraction that can be a problem. So those three things are definitely things that have shown up in my life for family gatherings. So that's what I feel comfortable talking about. Judgment, expectations, and chaos. Okay. You may have more. And in fact, let me know if there are other things that show up when you have family gatherings. I would love to address those. So what do we do? What do we do about this? Well, first of all, let's stop trying to suppress stuff, right? The more that we suppress our emotions and our concerns, the more they start to bottle up. And I look at it like a volcano. Eventually you're feeding the volcano and it's going to erupt. And for some people, the holidays are the most depressing times because those emotions are just screaming to be heard. So, number one, be aware that you're having this feeling. Acknowledge that don't try to suppress it. Acknowledge that you're feeling maybe some shame about the judgment, maybe some concern about the judgment. Maybe you're feeling anger about expectations, right? Maybe you're feeling a little bit of fear around the chaos. What are those feelings specifically that are coming up? Be as clear as you can. Feel the feelings. So you identify them, you feel them, you acknowledge them, feel them, identify them, right? All kind of like one thing that happens, but don't bury them. You might have to sit in your car before walking in the door and go through this process. Or if you're in the middle of a meal, you may say, excuse me, please, and have to leave the room, go to the bathroom, close the door, take a few breaths and go through this process. And as you feel the feeling, relax into it. It's familiar. It shows up every time that you come to a family gathering. So feel the feeling, relax into it by breathing and saying, okay, so I'm feeling a little bit of fear around the chaos. All right, so I'm feeling a little fear around the chaos. Get curious. I'm feeling a little fear around the chaos. Maybe ask yourself a few questions while you're breathing into it, right? Why am I feeling a little fear around the chaos? How is this chaos affecting me that I feel this? How badly do I feel this? How important is it for me to acknowledge this fear? What actions can I take? Calm down and relax into the fear. So calm down, relax, breathe into it, feel the feeling, because you're obligated or not to show up with family. You can choose not to, but if you're feeling obligated, then you can control what's happening. What's most important, after you breathe into it, get comfortable with it, until finally it does release, then is the time to ask yourself, so what boundaries do I need up to prevent me from getting through this again? Now, the boundary, you have the option, the boundary being not showing up anymore, or you have the option of saying, hey folks, I get a little bit stressed when there's too much noise and there's too much chaos. I am oversensitive to this kind of thing. So, please excuse me if every once in a while, when the noise and the chaos and the confusion gets too much for me to handle, I'm going to just step outside on the porch, or I'm just going to go to my car and put on some soft music just for a little while until I can calm down. It's no reflection on you. This is what I need to do in order to come back and engage with the family. What if it's expectations that are made? If they're expectations that you're not comfortable meeting, you can have a boundary where you come in and say, listen, I'm not comfortable playing this role that you want me to play anymore. I'm not 12, I'm not 14, I'm not whatever it is. And I would prefer instead that we approach this in such and such a manner. So have a solution for your boundary, and don't let people cross your boundaries. They'll try. The other is, so for judgment, people are going to judge you and you judge others. It's what we do. It's what our subconscious mind does. Understand that when you're feeling judgment, what are you feeling judged about? Is it real or imagined? Is this their problem or yours? Is there something that you can do about it? Is there something that you don't want to do about it? So figure out a plan and then put up the boundaries of, I know I'm going to be judged this way. You can either say, hey, I'm Beth. I've heard this from you during every holiday gathering that we've had. And quite frankly, I don't think I want to hear it anymore. It's dead. Stop beating a dead horse. You can go there, or you can get to the point where you say, is that judgment real? It may have been in the past, but is it real today in this moment of time? Focus on this moment in time. No, it's not. So the person, therefore, judging you is hooked into the past. And you can either say, wow, man, that is such old news, like 15 years ago news. Get up with the times, things have changed, and this is who I am now. Or you can actually judge them in your mind by saying to yourself, please, wow, they're so stuck in the past. I'm so happy that I have the capability to be present today, and I'm no longer stuck in the past. There are so many tools, so many approaches that you can take. And some of the things that I work on, in fact, most of the things that I work on with clients is how to adjust expectations so that they're realistic and achievable, how to create boundaries so that you're safe and comfortable where you want to go, and how to have a successful life with as little chaos, as little confusion, as much clarity as possible. So the point being, guys, surviving the family means getting to know what is important to you, what you can control and what you cannot control, and what is yours to own and what really isn't yours, it's theirs. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a much better holiday season than you think you will. I hope it is spectacular. And any family gathering, maybe replay this and listen to some of the tools and techniques on surviving family. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Looking forward to your comments and concerns. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Empowering Process podcast. Be sure to visit Gail at gailkraft.com to learn more about how she serves thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and goal seekers. And remember, if you like this broadcast, be sure to share and subscribe so you don't miss an episode.